I'm running out of time. What's up, is a cultural detective investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be very quickly talk about 3 albums that I listened to, but not enough to make an entire full-length review on it, and also I don't want to make a full-length review on it because all 3 of these albums are just okay, so I'm instead going to be making this album, so in a sense it is kind of like a mini albums review. But yeah, I'm literally running out of time right now. I have to leave this place in about 15 minutes, so I need to hurry. First album I'm going to be talking about is Chai. Chai Wink. Chai is a Japanese pop quartet, and Wink is their latest album, and I think it's just okay. The singing is kinda mediocre, as their vocals are not that strong, kinda airy, kinda spacey at times, and a lot of their songs on the album is just kinda mild. But occasionally there are tracks on the album that sound funky, poppy, and catchy, of course, and there are some legitimately good highlights on the album, in my opinion. But still, overall, it's not that great of an album. The ending track is kind of anticlimactic. It's just this slow, kind of one note ballad, and it doesn't really reach anywhere. The production is fine. Some beats on the album actually are pretty fire. I really like the track Ping Pong. The opening intro for Ping Pong is actually really fun, and it's got me grooving a little bit. But still, overall, meh. I'm giving Chai's Wink a strong 6 out of 10. Second album I'm going to be talking about is Sematary's latest mixtape, Rainbow Bridge 3. I've been wanting to listen to this for a while, and once I began listening to this, my first reaction was like, yeah, that pretty much sums up my first reaction. Now, I'm not a huge music connoisseur or anything, but I've listened to a pretty wide range of music, ranging from death grips to like shoo shoo, some weird stuff, some jazz fusion, some avant garde, death metal, drone. But I've never listened to anything like Sematary's music before. Because it's like white noise. It's like Merzbow white noise, except also not. It's like your regular trap rap, but bass boosted so much it just becomes white noise. And yeah, at least that's my first impression. However, if I give this album a bad score simply because it's so noisy, then I would be the normie, okay? Then I would be the normie. So I gave it a few more listens, and I decided to turn on the air conditioner. I gave it a few more listens, and some tracks do appeal to me. The first track is definitely an awesome opener. Again, when I listen to death metal albums, when I was like 16 years old, when I listen to death metal albums, I'm like, all I hear are growls and blast beats. But the more I listen to these heavy metal and death metal albums and music, the more I focus on the guitars and the rhythms themselves. So I begin to understand the appeal to heavy metal, thrash metal, black metal, and death metal. So similarly, I feel like for Sematary's music, I need to focus on another aspect of the music in order for me to actually get the appeal. So I focus more on the beat and the flow, I guess. And the beats just kind of trap beats, not really all that crazy or groundbreaking or anything. But if it is kind of crazy and groundbreaking, then I don't think anyone on earth would have been able to take this album and listen to it and survive. But yeah, some flows were actually pretty catchy here and there, but still, overall, I'm not really getting this album just yet. So yeah, gonna give this a 6 out of 10 still. Definitely gonna listen to it more. Maybe it'll grow on me, who knows. Third album I'm going to be talking about, speaking of death metal, it is the latest Portal album, Avow. Portal is a death metal band from Australia, and last time they had an album called Ion. I reviewed it a long time ago, and I thought it was really great. Now they have Avow, which is pretty similar, I guess, except less dissonant and ominous and more cumbersome. And yeah, death metal, especially technical death metal, isn't really my thing. I'm more of a black metal guy, like atmospheric, melodic black metal. That sounds like the end of the world. That's my thing, okay? That or metalcore. I love a head banging, very rhythmic, kind of groovy, even catchy metalcore album. But technical death metal, never been a huge fan of it. But Portal's Ion does sound pretty cinematic and nice, I guess, even though when I reviewed it back in the days, I still wasn't 100% digging the album. But I guess throughout the years, my liking for metal has developed more. But yeah, Portal's latest album is not that bad. There are definitely a few highlights on the album as well. Lots of strong grooves here and there. But there are also a lot of long ass songs here that are like over 10 minutes long. And they're usually kind of cumbersome and they drag along. And I guess they just sort of botch the pacing of the album down. So yeah, gonna leave it at that. I'm sorry that I'm not able to, go into detail because again, I'm running out of time. You can't see it, but I am running out of time. So yeah, Portals of Avow, 6 out of 10. So, if you listen to the latest albums from 1 to 10 Major Radar, thanks for watching.